to the Daily Nugget. I'm Janelle Keith, and alongside Andy, our crazy moderator. I don't know what I call you, but
our fearless leader.
Yes, you. We have Jenn. We have Rockin' Jenn.
Hello.
And our awesome producer, Sam. This is June 19th, and it is Paternal Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
And Janelle gets to intro it because she is fantastic. And this is right up your alley again. This has been like a Janelle week.
It is.
I don't know why.
It's almost better than Shark Week. People look forward to it.
Well, most of the crazy stories we talk about are pointless, so I guess that tells me your opinion about me. Is that right, Andy?
You are not pointless, Janelle.
Oh, are you sure?
You are loved
and seen.
You are treasured.
Thank you.
You are seen
and seen. Good.
Namaste.
Finger clap.
Well, this has to do with your favorite friend.
Oh no, Puxatawny?
Yeah, he's back.
Back in the news?
Well, they had babies, right? Puxatawny, yes. Phil, and Phyllis.
Congratulations.
Phyllis is in full remission.
To the new parents. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't know if we know that.
We're assuming. We're making an assumption.
Poor Phyllis. Good lord.
Phyllis is groundhog.
Well, she just pushed out 2 babies.
Maybe that's
give her some time to recover.
See what the tumor was. The babies.
It could have been. It could have been the babies.
Yeah.
No, it was Janelle. She gave her cancer.
Oh yeah, that's right.
They're named Sunny and Shadow.
What? No, get out of here.
Yeah, see, you get it? It's a play on words because,
Yes.
Phil, if you see, is a shadow.
I got it.
That's all they could come up
Phil
with.
and Phyllis. Just keep going.
They didn't stick with the P. No.
Phil,
Dr. Phil. Philemon, we talked about that.
Yeah.
They didn't stick with the P.
That was more than 3.
I feel like Jenn gave me the permission by saying Dr. Phil.
I knew you
It's
would
like
think
when you
that.
say Beetlejuice 3 times, but it's when you say a character, one of my voice characters, once, it appears.
So mentioning it in conversation.
So let's never mention it again.
How often are you mentioning Dr. Phil?
You don't know my whole life. Okay.
I guess not.
I mean, we could always mention Judge Judy.
No, I'm good, thank you.
See, now I don't have an impersonation for that, unfortunately.
Praise the Lord. Back to Phil and Phyllis.
Yes.
Okay.
And Sunny and Shadow.
So remember when we last left this story, they were looking for suggestions for the name.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is Puxatawny Phil is an international celebrity, and the club that is part of this, they said that they received hundreds of suggestions.
Dozens.
Why
I
air
know.
quotes?
That's not a whole lot. Hundreds? That's it? Now, the final, you may wonder how they came up with the final decision emerged after a one-on-one between the club's president, Tom Dunkel, and Phil.
What?
That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
The club president is called Mr. Dunkel?
Classic Dunkel.
It's like a cartoon.
Today, the first family of groundhogs has grown. Puxatawny Phil and wife Phyllis have 2 kits of their own. See, everything rhymes with them, too. They're big into the rhyming thing.
Yeah.
This groundhog club.
Well, that's probably why there were only hundreds of suggestions.
I didn't realize we could suggest. Why didn't we suggest names?
Yeah.
I think because when we recorded it, it was already too late. And so unless we got into the DeLorean to go back in time, or we could have, I don't know, we could have called in a bomb threat and said, you have to.
Or a cancer threat, apparently.
That's right.
You will wait until you hear these. I mean, hypothetically, which you shouldn't do.
I have a question.
Apparently, at some point, yes.
My question is, are Shadow and Sunny going to be involved in the February 2nd activities?
Well, Phil's immortal, so how are they going to play into this?
Well, I mean, the kids have got to have a role in this. I mean, they named Sunny and Shadow. Anything. What?
Maybe Groundhog Day becomes Bring Your Kid to Work Day.
Maybe they're the new alarm clocks.
Yeah.
I have more information about how Mr. Dunkel communicates with the groundhog, with Phil.
Oh boy.
Oh, tell us.
I don't think I want to.
Sounds creepy already.
Mr.
Dunkel's already a creep. I'm sorry.
Well,
he just is.
He talks to Phil with his cane, which lets him speak.
What?
Which lets him speak groundhog-ese.
No.
That's crazy.
You know, the deeper we go into this, the less I like it.
The
Who's
lore.
checking on these people? Who's over this town? These people? Who's checking on the cancer diagnosis? Who is of right mind around these people?
I really believe this $1 million idea.
Oh, here we go.
Oh no!
What if? Because again, Punxsutawney Phil has an entire mythology.
True.
He's immortal. He controls the weather.
Kind of.
When are we going to see a Punxsutawney Phil epic trilogy in the movie theaters and the big screen? Like a Lord of the Rings saga.
For his 100th
That's like that's $1 billion idea.
Whoa. Starring a groundhog?
Right.
And they're not very photogenic.
And Mr. Dunkleosaurus.
Kind of ugly animals.
Well, no one asked you, Janelle.
Well,
you are not. You were going to be in. Now you're out. You're already trying to make Phyllis die.
It's true.
Listen, boys.
Hey, boy.
Actually, I think we could write this. Mr. Dunkel's going to be the close, like, sidekick, family friend, talking with his cane, being all kind of weird but kind of friendly, and by the end, he's the villain.
So it sounds like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
You can go that direction, or what if we go deeper into the groundhog universe?
Oh. Okay.
And it's just groundhogs.
What about Mr. Dunkel?
They're underground, and there's a whole universe there. Again, it's like a Lord of the Rings.
You just described Fraggle Rock.
Not like Fraggle Rock, okay?
Show.
He has the elixir of life, which helps him live forever. His wife is not allowed to partake of the elixir and is not immortal.
Rude.
You know? I mean, these are things that we can unpack.
Well, we've got the bones.
The bones?
I'll bet ChatGPT could write a great story about it.
True.
So, Wayne Perry wrote an article about this, too, in the AP for this that has a little more. And he asked some good questions. What about the kids? Will they someday inherit the responsibility of predicting whether there will be 6 more weeks of winter?
Yes, that's what
Will they have to spend their lives waiting for Dad to shuffle off to that big burrow in the sky before they can inherit the throne? This is turning into Game of Thrones.
Well,
but he's
Game
immortal.
of Thrones.
It's like it could be a Cain and Abel kind of story, though. I mean, like...
Yeah, because is Shadow the younger one and feels like they're always in the shadow of Sunny?
I can confidently say that no other podcast has ever done a deep dive into Punxsutawney Phil and the lore.
Right.
I am confident that is true.
The
more
what?
popular podcasts?
Well, I mean,
I'll bet Joe Rogan's talking about Punxsutawney Phil all the time.
Well, you know, if you really wanted to be successful, you'd think about it, you know. And that's the nugget. If you want to let us know, are you in? Are you in on the epic? What are those called? The epic, like, Lord of the Rings sort of movies that have that. There's a word. I don't know. Like, is there a word for it?
Tolkien.
Ridiculously long.
Yeah, that spans multiple
universe.
Yeah. Like, Harry Potter.
Too many chapters.
Yeah, whatever. All that stuff. Anyway. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm breaking my camera here. The universe, yes. I got too excited with my hand motions. I got to be careful.
Yeah, be careful with the camera. It barely wants to work anyway.
I know. Camera. NuggetHateMail@gmail.com if you know the word I'm trying to think of. I can't think of it. I feel like there's a word. Anyway, and if you're in on the Puxatawny Phil saga.
I think that's great.
Maybe. Yeah.
The more you say the word, the more it doesn't sound right.
Hey, boys.
Saga.
Saga.